Things humans were never meant to see. Okay, firstly, we've all seen alligators poke their head out of water, and it's pretty terrifying when they do this. However, this is what their body looks like underneath the water. And this honestly makes alligators seem a lot less scary. This is what water looks like on fire. How is this even possible? Okay, next, in World War II, the US made inflatable tanks that were used as decoys in the war. This is genius. We were not meant to see this. This man threw boiling water off his balcony and it instantly turned to snow. And this is a super rare sheepfish. It's a snail that has the head of a sheep and the body of a plant.
The last one is mind-blowing. Green, yellow, orange, and red peppers are actually all the same pepper. They've just been picked at different stages of ripeness. The club in club sandwich stands for chicken and lettuce under bacon. The total weight of ants on Earth is equal to the total weight of humans on Earth. Speaking of which, there are more life forms on our bodies than there are people on the Earth. 50% of our hand strength comes from our pinky.
If you ever see this, you need to swim fast. This is not a joke, so make sure you follow and like so everybody can see this. If you're ever swimming in the ocean and this happens, you're in serious danger. This is called a rip current, and they're absolutely crazy. Because if you ever go swimming and you get caught in one, if you're not careful, it can take you hundreds of feet into the ocean. Make sure to share this with a friend so you can keep them safe.
Facts that will blow your mind. Humans are the only animals that enjoy spicy foods. Potato chips cause more weight gain than any other food. It's impossible to hum while you hold your nose. The least interesting day in history was April 11, 1954. Aldous Huxley and C.S. Lewis died on the same day as JFK. Bigger forks lead you to eat less. The longest living insect is the termite. Chewing gum after a meal reduces heartburn. Dogs can smell cancer. Bees can detect bombs. Follow and comment below which fact blew your mind.
What's up? These are facts that sound completely fake and made up, but are actually very true. Part 1. Did you know that hippos actually produce milk, but what's random about it is the color of the milk, which is pink. What? If a turkey's feeling crazy, they may, let me think, impregnate themselves. Yeah, turkeys don't need a significant other to get pregnant. They can do it themselves. Did you know that it's impossible to hum while pinching your nose? That was kind of aggressive, I'm sorry. Scientists say that the average cumulus cloud was about 1.1 million pounds. They look so big and fluffy and light when really, if they dropped on you, you would die. This one's just creepy, but the guy who invented the frisbee actually got turned into a frisbee when he died.
The craziest laws in the world. In the country Singapore, it's illegal to chew gum. They have a ban on chewing gum, and the only way you can get it is through a pharmacy for medical purposes. The ban on gum occurred after authorities started finding it everywhere on the ground and even stepping in it. Okay, this law is crazy. In France, you can legally marry a dead person. To this day, this is still an actual law in France, and I don't know why anyone would do this. And lastly, kissing in public in Dubai is illegal. In fact, any display of affection, including holding hands, is illegal in Dubai. And there are actually tons of stories of couples that went to Dubai for vacation that end up spending a month in jail simply because they kissed.
Just realize, if you touch your tongue, it stops a yawn. I didn't know that. No matter how hard you pinch your elbow, it won't hurt. Facts. Only 2% of the world has green eyes. If you lick someone's elbow, they won't feel it. Who found that out? The word okay is a sideways person. I can't unsee this. You can see your nose at all times, but your brain just ignores it. Stop the cap. More than 50% of people in the world haven't made or received a phone call. That's crazy.
Things that will happen in the next 24 hours on Earth. Part 1. 231 million people will make love tonight. 365,000 babies will be born. 22 million people will celebrate their birthday. There will be 8.6 million lightning strikes. Chickens will lay 190 million eggs. Toilets around the world will be flushed 22 billion times. 100,000 trees will be cut down for paper bags and toilet paper alone. 200 different plants or animal species will become extinct. Your heart will beat over 100,000 times. 15 million cigarettes will be sold around the world, and 20,000 people will die of smoking. Follow for more facts.
Crazy celebrity facts you didn't know. When Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton were still together, they wore necklaces of each other's blood. She said, "It would be interesting and romantic if we took a little razor blade and sliced our fingers, smeared a little blood on these lockets, and wear it around your neck." Jackie Chan's stunt team is blacklisted by all insurance companies. The actor's stunt team is deemed too dangerous to be insurable, so Chan must pay out of pocket whenever one of his stunt team members is injured on the job. One of the problems that arose for Daniel Radcliffe while filming Harry Potter was his huge dependency on alcohol. He's admitted to coming in to shoot while very drunk, but luckily he's been sober since 2013. Ashton Kutcher has webbed toes. Enough said. Mark Wahlberg had a pretty rough youth. He was a small-time drug dealer and spent time in jail for an unprovoked attack on 2 Vietnamese men. He hit one with a stick and punched the other, causing him to go blind in one eye. He was charged with attempted murder, but pleaded to a lesser charge of criminal contempt. Martha Stewart broke up with her then-boyfriend Anthony Hopkins after seeing him in Silence of the Lambs. Apparently, she just could not look past his Hannibal Lecter character. Cameron Diaz bought weed from Snoop Dogg when they were in high school. She said, "I'm pretty sure I bought weed from Snoop Dogg. He was a year older than me. I remember him. He was very tall and skinny, and he wore lots of ponytails."
The biggest coincidences in the world. These two guys look very similar, yet are not related. The crazy part is that this man died in 1988, while this man was born in 1988. Before their wedding, Amy and Nick went through their baby photos. In this picture of Nick at the beach, Amy noticed herself in the background 11 years before they actually met. This Dutch cyclist, Martin de Jong, didn't miss 1, but 2 Malaysian air flight crashes. And Tatsumo Yamaguchi survived the Hiroshima blast, fleeing to Nagasaki for safety, only to then be bombed again, surviving the Nagasaki blast.
Here are 7 mind-boggling facts I can guarantee you didn't know. And if you did, I'll give you a cookie. First up, Facebook's like button was going to be called the awesome button. Because the Statue of Liberty is made of copper, when it was first constructed it used to be the color of a coin. Basically this. However, due to oxidation in 1920, it turned completely green and stayed it. The Eiffel Tower was originally intended to be in Barcelona. However, because the people of Barcelona didn't like the project idea, they moved it to France. I know I've said it before, but just because I love this fact so much, all blue-eyed people are related, sharing one common ancestor known as the founder. Up next, you know the stickers that are placed on fruit? Well, it turns out these stickers are actually edible. Cool. Why? The United Kingdom has more tornadoes per area than any other country in the world. Cool fact, but since when? And this last one might hurt your brain. 1 glass of water has more atoms in it than there are glasses of water in all of the oceans of the earth. My brain.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 7. A man was working outside when a fly flew into his eye for a split second and laid eggs. When they began to hatch, they started eating his eye from the inside, and he began to go blind. The Magnapenis squids are a group of rarely seen sea creatures that live 4,000 feet below the surface of the ocean and are believed to grow up to 27 feet long. 20% of young children report hearing voices. The average person only sees 5,000 movies in their lifetime, and Netflix has over 7,000 movies. So even if you follow the 5-second rule, tiny insects can crawl on your food and you'll eat them without knowing. For the role of Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, actress Judy Garland was forced to live on a diet of coffee, soup, and 80 cigarettes a day. And the actors who played the Munchkins groped and molested her, and she was even slapped by the director for laughing during a scene.